Rich, what's it? I said it quite whistle stop arrived there yesterday. How are the boys settled in?
Yeah, it's been good. I had a bit of a flush yesterday. Just got some skills and get up in the sun. And then today we had a proper sort of contested 15v15 sort of session. More sort of structured rugby stuff. But the boys have enjoyed getting up in the sun, I think. It's been a nice change for them. So yeah, excited for the weekend now.
How the squad got over the disappointment of last Friday night?
We had a couple of days off. I think got to give credit to Gloucester in terms of the way they played. They're a very good team, but I think internally we knew we could do a little bit better ourselves in terms of the performances that we could put in. So definitely a little bit of that feeling after the game, which has been hard for them. But they're a real honest bunch, and they've been pretty honest with themselves and with each other. Really, us as coaches as well, things we could have done better and how. So hopefully now over the next few weeks and towards now and the end of the season, coaches, players, all of us can sort of put those lessons into practice and do what we can to make up for it.
Because you have got something tangible to play for, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the work that the boys have put in throughout the season has put them in a position where they're now chasing for this to reach the playoffs. And they're certainly in a mindset of leaving no stone unturned and to achieve that.
Sorry, Rich, you got to cut it out then. Just in terms of facing a South African side, how difficult is it?
Yeah, well, especially out here. In terms of the physical, the stadium would be great to play in. The atmosphere would be great. But especially the Stormers, they will look to throw it about, but they're also very big, very physical. So it is a huge challenge. But also we came to South Africa to play the Lions in Europe, so we're used to being out here and being the underdog. And it's definitely something we're excited to go out and give our best account of ourselves.
What the Stormers? What threats do they pose?
Again, very big, very physical, very good set piece. But also they have got good athletes behind, so they will play an open game of rugby. They will look to test you a ball in hand first and foremost. So expect a high ball in play game, which should be a good entertaining game to watch, I think, as well.
Just a bit of housekeeping, Rich. On the weekend, Toby said that Jack Morgan and Derry Lake had travelled with you. Is that still the case? Because it's obviously a couple of days since then.
Yeah, they've been brilliant having him in training. Dunk's been looking forward to doing their return to play contact skills, where he holds a pad and they'll melt him. So he's very excited for that. I've been telling each of them that Dunk's more. I've been telling Derry that Dunk's more worried about Jack hitting him. I've been telling Jack that Dunk's more worried about Derry hitting him. We'll see who hits him the hardest. But they've been brilliant coming back into training. It's been a lift for everyone, really. Such good characters as well as players, just to have them in and around the squad for the 2 weeks. And it's just exciting getting them close to playing again.
Yeah. Do you expect them to figure in any of these 2 games, Rich?
I think it'll be too soon for Jack, if I'm honest. And I'd love to see if we can get Derry there for round 2, but it'll probably be on medics and physical side of things around what's best for them. Because obviously we want to set them up to succeed when they come out there as well, as much as we'd love to have them back as soon as possible.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you, Rich. Good luck on the weekend.
Thank you, mate.
Hi, Rich. Simon here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I have. Thanks, Sam. You okay?
Yes, I've been looking at the table this morning and it's so close. I mean, between like 4th and 11th. Have you started to think what you might need to make those playoffs? Or I mean, is it back to the genuine old cliche of one game at a time?
I think you can. We haven't talked about it as a full playing group and coaching group and that side of it. I think you can always look at what it took last year as a guide, which I think was 48 points, top of my head. But realistically, the way games fold, you can never guarantee it. It'll probably be 1 or 2 points either side of that margin. And when it does come back down to it, it is just maximising every point from every game. And then with 2 games to go or 1 game to go, hopefully you've got a better idea of what you need from the outcome of that game. But you're going to go into every game, we're trying to maximise everything we can out of everything, squeeze everything, every bonus point, every point will matter. I think it will be that tight between I think it's between 4th and 11th, like the last time I looked. It is exciting, there's a credit to the boys that, they'll never use any excuses or anything that's happened or where things are. Is they fight every week, and they put themselves in a position that with 5 games left, they've got an opportunity to fight for this playoff opportunity and get into them knockout stages that we all want to be part of. So just excited for them for the next couple of weeks that they've earned that opportunity.
It's lastly from me, and obviously you had the experience this season of winning out in Joburg against the Lions in Europe. Has that given you almost kind of, I don't know, mentally or psychologically a bit of a boost? Because not many teams have gone out there and won since these teams have come into the URC.
No, and it's such a tough place to come, and it certainly, just because of that result, these 2 weeks won't be any easier as a result, I don't think. But what I do think is, I think that even that game, they probably dominated a lot of that game. I think when you look back at that last 20 minutes, that last 10 minutes, the biggest thing was the fight and the boys showed for each other, especially some of the younger guys that probably would have been written off going into the game, and they just never gave in. So, and I think that's just a mark of what they've built in terms of the environment around each other, how far they're willing to go for each other. That was built on, and I think we've shown that week on, week out. So I'm hoping we'll see more of that, and we'll give ourselves a chance of 20 minutes to go tomorrow on Saturday, and then see how it ends up.
That's great, Rich. Thanks for your time, and all the best over the next 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Hi, Rich. Just one from me, really. I just wanted to ask you a little bit about the Cheetahs players. Are they all back fit and ready to go for this weekend?
Yeah, we got the 3 of them back in with us. They travelled across, so when we arrived in the airport, they were there to meet us in the airport when we landed in Cape Town. So they've trained with us this week. So that's Boshoff, Kruger, Aja, Jandre, and Victor. So all 3 of them have trained fully with us this week and be available. So yeah, it's great to have, see, with smaller squad sizes, just to have that little bit of a boost that, this time of year with the campaign we've been through, is the squad is looking a little bit thin. So it's great to have that boost of them guys coming in.
And also, really speaking, how much should we be calling upon their experience within South Africa as well, with some of the younger players who've never really gone to a foreign country and to play?
Yeah, definitely, it's a great experience to learn. And obviously, we got Tommy as well, so he's probably our 4th South African that can give some experiences of give us an indication of what the experiences would be like. So yeah, they've been great for that side of it. And they fitted in seamlessly into the environment, that they're close to the boys, and I'm sure those conversations are happening between them.